mean, it's definitely a red flag when you see the mattress on the floor. Men already take so long to mature. Girls always just, like I said, they love settling or like giving the benefit of the doubt. Like a dude will never date a girl and be like, well, she was funny, you know, or like she has to be hot. Like girls will always be like, well, he was, I don't know if I made that sense. That made sense. Like,
men and women are equally as superficial, but men are superficial when it comes to looks. Girls are superficial when it comes to personality.
I like to be submissive. I don't like being dominant. I've been dominant. I've worn the pants in the relationship. That's not for me.
The problem nowadays in society is like traditional relationships. There's the more masculine role and the more feminine. Feminine role is usually more of taking care of the kids, taking care of the household. Masculine role is working hard, making the money, providing, protecting, that kind of thing.
But like guys have done such a shitty job of being men, so that's why girls are
It's
like
this
that.
new breed of fucking the Gen Z little.
Well, they need to do a better job because these men ain't shit. How are you gonna get any better? Grow up, bitch.
Maybe you're ugly, but you can like fucking hit the gym, get buff, get some tattoos. Now you're the bad boy.
I hate when people call me exotic. Like I'm not a fucking leopard. Stop calling me exotic.
Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us. I'm Zach Evans, and first of all, thanks to all of our listeners. We have been getting a ton of growth over the last couple weeks, and we got to thank you guys for that. Today, we got a special guest on the show. This is Noor.
Hi.
Noor, why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, your name, what you do, and your star sign.
Oh, God. Okay. My name's Noor. I'm an Aquarius. I'm currently unemployed, but I was like a full-time nanny, but now I'm just looking for something new. And yeah.
How does it feel being the second most toxic sign?
Okay, not to lie. Okay, I don't know anything about signs. So it's
see.
like the only reason why I found out what my star sign was is because everyone kept asking me.
Mm-hmm.
And like people either were like, ooh, you're an Aquarius, or they're like, oh, I love Aquariuses. So, but what makes us toxic?
All your toxic, giant, glaring red flags.
That's so funny.
I've had two intimate experiences with your kind, and they never turn out well, but they're very fun. It's like a roller coaster.
True. Well, they do say that like Aquarius women are not compatible with Aquarius men.
I'm not Aquarius.
You're not?
I'm Pisces. The best sign, proven by science.
Which one is that? Like when was that? When
March,
was you born?
March,
Oh, March.
March,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, you're coming up. Okay. No, I think what did they say were the worst? Virgo men.
That's my co-host. He's not here today, but he's a Virgo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the worst also, so yeah.
See?
Makes sense.
Point proven.
Science works, you know.
It does.
Do you end up in toxic relationships?
I've definitely been in a toxic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He was born. Never mind. Not me knowing when his birthday was. I was definitely in a toxic relationship. And I think he was a Virgo. Is that what I just said? Virgo men were
Virgo.
toxic? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely was toxic. And yeah.
Is there a part of your personality that enjoys that? The excitement?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. I'm like, get that shit away from me. No, it's definitely not for me. I could see why people like that.
Mm-hmm.
But after going through it, it's definitely not for me. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you like toxic relationships?
I used to.
In what way?
I used to be a very toxic individual back in my villain era.
Oh,
I'm a recovering fuckboy.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a recovering fuckboy. That's
but
hilarious.
not like the amateur fuckboys. Like I was a professional in my day.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like no like bird scooters and fucking. Y'all date guys that have a bed that touches two walls. Like a poor person. Like
You're actually not wrong. I think his mattress was on the floor.
do you not know what a nightstand is? Like stop dating these losers.
Okay, but to be fair, it was college though, so it's like don't they
college
get a pass?
is a little bit different.
They get a little pass, but I mean, it's definitely a red flag when you see the mattress on the floor.
Was there at least a fitted sheet, or did he just have the flat sheet over the top?
He had a fitted sheet.
Okay.
Fitted sheet.
Well,
So
I'm
level
proud
up.
of
Just
him.
level up. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's still trash, but.
Yeah, my friend started dating this guy, and she's showing me his picture, and it's like a screenshot, a shirtless selfie that he took at LA Fitness
Oh no, not LA Fitness.
and posted on Hinge.
Oh no.
Like, be a professional fuckboy.
No, literally.
First of all, go to Equinox and take your shirtless selfies. And
Make
Equinox,
it classy.
West Hollywood, maybe Beverly Hills if
Yeah.
you're in a pinch or over the age of 40. Not like some fucking Culver City bullshit.
No, literally.
And then post it on Raya, obviously.
Oh, of course. You got to get all the bitches.
Of course. That's how you do it.
You got to. The shirtless fix. No, just kidding.
You know what's funny? Girls say that. But then all the time I will see girls date some guy with shirtless pics. And I'm like, you say you don't like it, but then you continue to date guys with shirtless pics. And I'm like, I think actually you kind of like it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm different, but I definitely get the ick really easily. And I mean, when I was on like those swiping apps or whatever, I don't know. I did not like seeing that. I mean, yeah, okay, you had a nice body, but like, ew, why are you posting that? I don't know. I get the ick easily.
I see.
Yeah.
How old are you? You're very confusing.
I'm 26.
Interesting.
I just turned 26 in January.
I was gonna say like 31
What?
in personality.
Oh my God.
But
Well,
then
that
you
means
look like
I'm
you're,
mature though.
20 with a fake ID.
Oh, period. I mean, that's why they always stare at my ID and they're like, "Is this really you?" And I'm like, "Yes," because I look
like
so
I don't
young.
know whether to talk about like investing or like doing
Fuck
Molly
no,
at
I know
Disneyland.
nothing about investing.
What's the oldest and the youngest you've dated?
Oh God.
In comparison to your age at the time.
Yeah. I dated. Well, like, I dated a 33-year-old, and he was still young-minded. I mean, 33 is still young.
33 is very young.
Yeah. But that was the oldest that I've dated, and then I don't date anyone younger than me, just because like men already take so long to mature, and I feel like, and they always say, "Oh, age doesn't matter." It's like, yes, baby, it does. But yeah, 33 is the oldest, and then my age is the youngest, which is even, I think, is still too young.
That surprises me about you, actually.
Really?
So, okay, I used to have a company in the modeling industry.
Okay.
For like a decade before I sold it.
Uh-huh.
And when new models would come into the industry, 18, 19, 20, right? We used to call it hot guy phase.
Okay.
Because they would always be dating a young hot guy. And they were like clones of each other. They all had the TikTok hair and dangly earrings. Like, you couldn't tell the difference between their boyfriends, right?
Yeah.
But the interesting thing was, when they turned 21, 22, 23, they would always be dating some like normal looking dude, maybe dad bod, almost always older. Like, if you put on like a brown shirt and like dropped off your UPS package, you wouldn't even be surprised. You'd be like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's always somebody who's like very successful, very established, very usually like mid 30s, early 40s kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Girls do, like, a lot of girls just settle. Well, not settle, but like, they do a better job of seeing the good in people. And I don't know. They like, wait, actually, I'm kind of confused on what you were saying.
So I'm saying I'm surprised the oldest you've dated is 33, because that's very young compared to like.
I don't want to go older. I feel like I would be, I'm not embarrassed. Like, I don't know. I could never do the sugar daddy thing. I no judge. Like, I wish I could do that, but just being seen in public with a man that looks 50 or 60 just makes me like, ew, no. I do not like that. Mm-hmm. It's not for me. But I mean, I know a lot of girls who like to date older, but it's just not for me. Mm-hmm. Because then, like, what can you talk about? But I get it, money, blah, blah, blah. But at that point, I get the ick. Like, I don't want people seeing me, like, walking around with some grandpa.
You're embarrassed, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But that's the interesting thing. So I'm from Wisconsin. You're from the Midwest too, right?
Yeah.
It's like sugar daddies don't exist in Wisconsin.
No.
It's like the girls are too ugly and the guys are too broke. It's
literally,
like it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
you know?
Same thing in Indiana.
So moving here is very much a culture shock for me. When I saw, oh, this is so normal. It's like girls will talk openly about, I have a good friend and she has, this sugar daddy pays my rent. This sugar daddy buys me purses.
Oh, literally.
She has like all the infinity stones of the sugar daddies like lined up.
I mean, this girl that I know, she has like 2 Porsches and her rent's paid and she gets like, she goes on like $1,000 sprees and she had a $500 facial. Like, go you, for sure. I literally just can't get myself to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I thought there'd be a culture shock coming here, but I already knew what to anticipate. And I've always hated Indiana. I wanted something fast paced. So like when I moved here, I was like, oh yeah, this is for me, for sure.
I did get accused of being a sugar daddy one time.
In what way?
This fucking girl. I'm still mad at her. She's one of my
Wait,
good
first of all, you're not even that old to be a sugar daddy.
That's not why. That's not why.
Oh, okay.
So I was raised very chivalrous, right? My dad's old school as fuck, like very like hard ass, hard nosed. So I said, Zach, you take a girl on a date, you're fucking paying for it. Of
course.
You know, if you're walking on the sidewalk, you know, I'm walking on the car side. So if a car comes, stop it with one hand, you know, fucking protect my girl with the other hand, you know.
Absolutely.
Unless it's like a G-Wagon. Then it's like, girl is a human shield, save myself, administer CPR after, save the day, not all heroes wear capes. Like
and
that
get
kind of
that fat check.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I like to travel a lot. And if I'm traveling and I'm dating somebody, I'm taking them with me, whether it's we're going to Europe, Australia, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm paying for everything. Because I would feel fucking weird being like, hey, babe, did you get the Venmo request for the $87.17 for the Uber? Like, I would give myself the ick for doing that.
You should. I feel like you should. I feel like any guy who Venmo requests a girl should get the ick. But I mean, I get it. Some dudes like just don't have that chivalrous thing about them. But I think it's just, I don't know.
But it's interesting because she called me out in front of my friend. She's like, Zach, you know you're a sugar daddy. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, Zach, you pay for these 5-star hotels and plane tickets and everything. She's like, and she had an interesting point. She said, every guy pays for girls to some extent. Maybe it's just drinks. Maybe it's dinner. Maybe it's gifts, whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, every guy's a sugar daddy. There's just like low-class sugar daddies and high-class sugar daddies.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was mad because I didn't have a good comeback, and I'm much smarter than her, but she seemed smarter than me and kind of outwitted me in the moment in front of my friends.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I think she kind of did you dirty. I feel like a lot, I don't know.
Like, where do you draw the line between this is just what a boyfriend does and like, oh, this is what like sugar daddy behavior?
I guess like a sugar daddy is just someone who's, I think like it's just someone who's older or like older.
Like 60.
Like 60, 40 plus. And like.
I don't think 40 plus necessarily. I've seen a lot of girls date 40 plus in a non-sugar daddy type of scenario.
I guess
they're younger.
I guess it's just, are you guys dating or not? Like, are you guys just fucking or not? Like, I don't know. I guess that's what really makes a difference. I guess that makes a point. The difference between, like, for me, what makes you a sugar daddy or not sugar daddy is your age. But also, I don't have any experience or, like, knowledge of that in that world. So I wouldn't really know. But honestly, she kind of has a point. Like, when you say it out loud, like, it's like, I get it. But also, that's what a man should do. But weren't you guys dating? Like
that's I thought like, and I was in the shower later and I thought about the best fucking comeback.
It's like, yeah.
Because it's intent is
what
it is.
Yeah.
If I buy a girl a Louis Vuitton purse.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that purse.
Yeah.
I'm buying it like, hey, please like me. Here's a purse. Like me.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm going on a trip, I will have much more fun if I go with somebody.
Absolutely.
So now I'm enjoying this experience.
Yeah.
And I'm not broke, so I don't care that much about the money. So I'm like, we're doing this to like bond together. And I would do it like I've paid for like my guy friends if like they can't afford a Vegas trip and like, oh dude, I'll just get you whatever.
Yeah.
So then it feels like I'm not doing it so that you will like me. So therefore it's not like a sugar daddy type of thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Huh.
But what do you think about not in a sugar daddy type of way, but just a guy you date? Is money play a role at all in terms of like your attraction to him or a guy you would consider?
Well, speaking from my past relationships, money wasn't like, I didn't really care about that. But I feel like as I'm getting older, it is a little more important to me. But not in the sense where like I want my man to be like really well off, but I don't want a guy asking me to split the bill or Venmo requesting me. I don't know. It's just like, it's like if I also understand like if you're working on yourself and like you're building up your career, there's also like a difference. Like, are you goal oriented or are you just a bum? Like, are you trying to achieve something more or are you just living off of my money, which I don't have much of? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's that for me. But also I feel like I have a bigger heart. So like I don't really care as much. But like now that I'm in LA, I feel like it matters a little bit more. But like back in Indiana, like it's okay to be with someone broke, kind of.
I got an argument with my mom the other day about this.
Uh-huh.
Because she's very conservative, Church, Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
She's like, Zach, you know, you're in LA. You're always dating some model, actress, blah, 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 blah. She's like, you should focus on personality and find a nice girl from church and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
are you going to find that here in LA?
Well, this is what I told her. I was like, okay, so are you saying I should date uglier girls? She's like, no, not like ugly, just focus on personality. I'm like, okay, Mom. So does there exist beautiful girls with great personalities? Yes.
Yes.
Does there exist ugly girls with great personalities? Yes.
Yes.
Of course I'm going to choose the beautiful. Like,
I know.
2 plus 2 is 4.
I know.
That's basic
literally.
math. Like,
no,
what the fuck?
No, that's literally obvious. Yeah, that's
and
so funny.
So from the girl's perspective, it's like there's rich dudes with great personalities and there's broke dudes with great personalities. It's like, why wouldn't you choose the better of two?
But I feel like here in LA, especially, the dudes with money have like trashy personalities. Where like in Indiana, you could be attractive and have a good personality and broke and a good personality. But here I've just noticed like the guys with money are just kind of trashy. So you kind of have to go for the ugly ones. Not that I do, I'm just saying like
but for you other people.
Stay
safe
for you
out
other
there.
girls,
Stay
yeah,
safe
go
out
for
there.
the ugly ones. They'll be a lot nicer.
I just think it should be like if I was a girl, like if I'm giving my little sister advice, I'm like, money should be part of the equation, especially if you're considering somebody like long-term or marriage or something like that.
At the end of the day, that does matter. Like people say it doesn't. I might say it doesn't, but we're fucking adults
like,
here. Like, how are you gonna live? Like,
you want to fly middle seat on Spirit the rest of your life?
Yeah, no.
You want to fucking get your ticket, seat 57F.
Yeah.
Babe, where is it? Like, get the binoculars out. Like, fuck. Like, that shit sucks.
It literally sucks. Oh my god. Yeah.
So what's your type? Let's go looks first, physically. What's your typical?
Okay, well, I don't really have a type. Because no, genuinely, because it's like
Don't lie to me.
No,
Noor.
I'm not trying. It's because I'm going back on my, not call it roster, but like my exes. It's like my first guy was Latino, one guy was Arab, one guy was black, and now I'm with the white guy.
Okay.
So it's like it's like all over the roster. But yeah, I don't really have like a niche, or not a niche, but I don't really have a preference. It's like really whatever.
What about height?
Oh my god. Okay, so now I want a tall dude. I'm with a tall guy now, but before, like, one of my exes was like, what, 5'8", which I didn't.
How tall are you?
5'4".
Okay, so even with heels, that's pretty comparable.
Yeah, but still, like, the fact that when I'm looking at you and I don't have to look that much up, kind of like
It's
now.
a different vibe.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. I mean, granted, that was like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. Looking back at it now, I was like, why did I do that? But again, that's me being superficial. Height isn't everything. But
I kind of disagree with you.
really,
Because the reality is there are things that are superficial that matter. And the reality is we all are superficial to some extent. And we can choose to deny that and pretend it doesn't exist and then end up in a relationship that we're not going to enjoy.
yeah.
For example, okay, so the first fashion model I dated, she was 5'11".
Okay.
So she's 3 inches shorter than me. You know, with heels, it's like pretty close.
Yeah.
And she told me, she's like, Zach, you know, I always used to date these basketball players, NBA players, blah, 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 blah. She's like, Zach, the last guy I dated before you, she's like, I got fucked over so many times by these tall guys. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to date a short king.
Not her
Good
calling you a
personality.
short king.
No, not me.
Oh, okay.
Because I was still taller than her.
Okay.
And she said she started dating a guy who's like 5'9".
Oh, God. Okay.
Which is like, honestly, average height for a guy. But she's 5'11" with heels. It's like, she's
6'1".
like towering over him like Shrek,
Yeah,
you know? It's
yeah.
like that. And she was like, yeah, one night, it's like the third time we hung out. She's like, I had a couple glasses of wine. And he comes over and he opens the door. And she's like, Zach, I gave him a hug. And I picked him up.
Oh, no.
She's like, and I spun him around. And I watched his little legs swing to the side. She's like, Zach, I lost all respect for him in that moment.
Yeah, that I could see. Oh, yeah, that would give me.
And I was like, it's your fault.
For picking him up.
But I get it.
Yeah.
I would feel weird kissing up.
Oh, for sure.
Like if I'm like, hey, babe.
Yeah.
It just feels weird.
Yeah. I mean, I do know a lot of tall girls who don't care, but that's because they already know that their like options are limited, because it's like, what are the odds that you're going to find like a tall king to that extent? Like if they're models or whatever. Some girls don't care, but definitely, no, height does matter. Now that you say that, because sometimes it does give you the ick. Especially if you see their like swinging or something while they're sitting on a chair.
Like the Kevin Hart thing.
Yes.
All right. Well, what about personality-wise? What do you look for in a guy?
Well, I like to laugh. I think I'm a funny person, so I'd like hope to find someone who makes me laugh.
You're above mid, I would say. Yeah.
You don't even know me yet. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it's because never mind. That's a different subject. Definitely like funny and just goal-oriented. Someone who's not lazy, active. I don't really care about like being really fit or whatever, just because, I just don't care. I don't know. I guess someone who just knows how to like who knows how to treat a woman, like chivalrous stuff. But it's just mostly personality. Like, yeah.
Do you typically go more for like the very masculine personalities, or more like the pretty boy guys, like that personality?
No, I don't really like go for him. I mean, I'm usually approached. That's actually how like my past relationships, that's how it happened. They approached me.
Well, of course.
And then I was like,
but you make the decision at the end of the day.
But I feel like sometimes like girls always just, like I said, they love settling or like giving the benefit of the doubt. Like a dude will never date a girl and be like, well, she was funny, or like she has to be hot. Like girls will always be like, well, he was, I don't know if that made sense. Like,
I think that makes complete sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Because guys are attracted to looks more.
Yeah.
Girls, there's plenty of ugly guys I know that are just like really funny or like charismatic or make a lot of money, successful, get chicks.
And that'll be enough for a girl.
Yeah.
But like for guys, they'll be like, but she's like a 6, like what am I supposed to do with that?
It's true.
But she's funny. But she's a 6.
Yeah, I just can't.
Yeah, I just can't do it. Because then they're always like comparing and wanting better. Like I feel like girls are definitely better than that, because I've been in that situation where like I was with someone who obviously did not, like I should have not been with. I could have done better, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, but he's nice. But he's funny, but.
You could have done better looks wise, or what do you mean? Could have done better.
Oh, I guess, damn, that makes me sound superficial. Well, at the end of the day, not only was he like not as attractive, but like also not as goal oriented, and he was just bummy. So I just like I don't know. I was like, oh, but he's funny and he's nice to me, so that's enough. But now that I'm getting older, it's like there's a lot more to that. But I definitely see girls just like they're willing to settle. Like you'll see like 10s with like 5s, which is fine. But also they do say that if you're like, you should always get a dude that's uglier than you or not as pretty as you, because then he's not going to leave you. Or something.
Sounds like some trauma shit right
not
there.
Me, if I'm just saying I'm going
for everybody else. Asking for a friend.
Yeah, no,
totally,
it's not for me.
Totally,
Yeah,
Noor,
no, yeah.
This is what I think. I think men and women are equally as superficial. But men are superficial when it comes to looks. Girls are superficial when it comes to personality.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, girls want someone who's confident, can make you laugh. But you can be confident and still be a completely shitty person, asshole.
Oh, absolutely.
You can be really funny and be an asshole. In fact, some of the funniest people are the biggest assholes. So unless your reason for liking somebody is like, he has great character, morals, and values, which nobody fucking says. And if they do, they're lying because they also look for all these other things.
No, literally.
Then it's like, the reality is we're all superficial.
We are.
And yes, also the deep traits matter too, but also we need the superficial traits because like, I'm not going to date Oprah, no matter how successful she is. It's just not happening.
Oh, she's not your type?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel that.
What do you think of, in terms of relationships, are you typically more of like dominant role or submissive role?
I like to be submissive. I don't like being dominant. I've been dominant. I've worn the pants in the relationship. That's not for me. Like, I want him to be the man. I want him to make decisions, but I also don't want him to be like control me either. But I would definitely, I also believe if like you're in a happy relationship, it should bring out the femininity in you or whatever the word is. And in that sense, you're a little bit more submissive, but not in the way where like, oh, I'll cook for you and bow down to you. But like, I don't even know. Yeah. Do you get it? You know what I'm saying, or no?
I do get it.
Yeah.
I think the problem nowadays with society is like traditional relationships. There's the more masculine role and the more feminine role. Feminine role is usually more of taking care of the kids, taking care of the household. Yeah. Masculine role is working hard, making the money, providing, protecting, that kind of thing. And Beyonce and Andrew Tate are fucking up everything.
Really?
Because Beyonce and TikTok and all the movies are like girl power,
yeah,
strong independent woman, make your money career.
I know.
And I think that's great.
It is.
But the problem is girls want to have this boss bitch attitude.
Yeah.
But they don't want the boss bitch responsibility of, oh, I have to work hard and wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning to fix the problem because I'm the fucking boss.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, guys watch 3 Andrew Tate videos.
I know.
They're like, I am the alpha.
I know.
Like, what are you the alpha of? The Wendy's that you're a cashier at? Are you the fucking Wendy's alpha? Like, you can't just proclaim yourself the boss. So now we have this relationship where nobody's filling any roles and nobody does shit and everybody wants to be the man.
I know. I mean, I definitely, in the, like, my younger 20s, I was like, I'm independent. I'm going to be I'm a hardworking woman. I don't need no man to support me. And now that I'm getting older, I'm like, I hate working. Fuck like, this shit. Sucks. Yeah, I'll be a housewife. Just I don't care. So yeah, yeah. I mean, Andrew Tate though, he kind of but he was too much. He was a little too much.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of good points, but I do think he goes too far in certain aspects.
He does. Yeah,
But he was also saying a lot of shit that was true that nobody else would say.
Like so what? I wasn't really following a lot.
So the thing I agree with him is very similar to what I just said right now, which is like, because he would actually shit on men a lot too. And he would say, look, if you're like not getting the girl you want, fucking work hard, become successful, work on your charisma. Don't cry and bitch and moan that girls are too much feminism and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
like fucking work on yourself, right?
Yeah, that's straight facts, yeah.
And then girls, he would kind of say similar of like, yeah, guys don't want a girl who's like, I'm a boss bitch. Like most guys prefer to want a feminine girl. So don't get mad if like you're with a guy and he doesn't want you because you want to have this attitude.
But like guys have done such a shitty job of being men. So that's why girls are
this
like
new
that.
breed of fucking the Gen Z little.
Well, they need to do a better job because these men ain't shit.
There's too much therapy nowadays. There's too many participation trophies. It's like these guys grew up and like they're crying in kindergarten because they got like last place in the basketball tournament. And little Gen Z, let's talk about your feelings and ride bird scooters down the thing and like, it's like, no, you fucking suck. Man up. Yeah. Fucking get better. Get better. What do you mean?
No, literally. Absolutely.
So I agree with you.
Yeah. What did I feel like you said something about like bring back bullying or something?
Yeah,
but like to an extent, you know, like
we need like softcore bullying.
For sure. Yeah. It's like, how are you gonna get any better? Grow up, bitch.
Especially for guys. And the problem too is a lot of guys have a lot of trouble making even male friendships nowadays.
Yeah.
And my closest guy friends, we trash the shit out of each other. Like our group chat, if you publish that shit, would like we would all be canceled.
Guys are so mean to each other and to the world.
But that's how we bond with each other.
I know, it's so weird. Like when you have guy friends, they literally make you feel so bad. Like you can't even complain about anything before they're like, girl, shut up and like go do something. I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. They're like, why are you crying?
And so when guys never get bullied, and then like if I meet a guy and he's kind of comes into our friend group, and then like I say something to like bust his balls, and then you can kind of tell he like really like took it to heart and like is sensitive. Then I feel bad about it. Yeah. And now I stop busting his balls, and I can't bond with him because I can't like. You're like I can't rip you apart. Yeah, so like how the fuck am I supposed to bond with you as like a male? Like that's how we fucking bond with each other.
I literally get so sad sometimes when I hang out with my guy friends. I'm like, that was so mean.
Oh no, it's great.
And they're like taking it a champ, and I'm like, he's probably crying when he gets home. There's no way that didn't hurt his feelings. That hurt my feelings.
You know what's funny actually? So one of our friends, I think you know him actually.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll tell you after that.
Okay.
But we would always like make fun of each other. And one time he has this girl and he brought her over, right? And we're like making fun of him. He's making fun of us. It's our banter. It's how guys banter.
Yeah.
Right? And she pulls him aside later.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, yeah, I hate to tell you this, but like, I think your friends are like bullies. They're really bad for your self-esteem. But he was way more offended that she would think he's like the victim that's being bullied by us. He was like, fuck that shit. He's like, I'm bullying you guys. The fuck are you talking about?
She's like, I'm not the little bitch in this situation.
Yeah, like he was like more mad at the girl, ironically.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Well, it is what it is. So let's go into relationships. So you're currently dating someone, yeah?
Woot woot.
How did you guys meet?
We met at a house party in the hills.
Classy.
I know.
Classy.
Hey, better than this. No, I'm just kidding. Not better than the apps. But I mean, I was just literally sitting down with my girlfriend, getting ready to leave. He just comes up.
Hot guy comes up.
He just comes up. He starts yapping. I start yapping away. And then, yeah, just one thing led to another. We dated for a little bit, like, you know, went on dates, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, now here we are together.
And what attracted you originally to him?
Definitely his personality was really easy to talk to. I mean, like, just the first night we met, we were just like yapping away. And I was like, okay, like, you're actually kind of interesting to talk to. And he was really interested in me, which was really nice. I mean, not that it matters, but yeah, he was just really, he was just really interesting, and he was really goal oriented. He was really smart and funny. So he like ticked my boxes.
It's interesting that you said that he's interested in you, because for a lot of girls out there, it's the opposite. I see them falling in love with these guys because they're not texting them back, because they're not showing any level of interest.
I hate that shit. I don't like the whole like, oh, I have to chase you. Personally, I get the ick. I'm like, look at like, why am I trying to like beg for your attention? You should be begging for mine. But that's my opinion.
Why should he be begging for you?
He shouldn't be begging. I'm just saying, I don't like assholes. That's not my type. Like, I don't like the chase. I don't like, if he ignores me, like, I'm not gonna keep hitting him up. Personally, like, I don't know. I just get secondhand embarrassment. Even double texting. So double texting a dude that's not even responding to me, hell no. That is not for me.
You have too much pride for it.
Yeah, I do. I do.
It's just interesting you say that, because when I used to be the super nice guy, simp, always obsess over girls, blah, 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 that's when I always got friend zoned. And, oh, you're so great for any girl, just not for me. And like, I got so sick of that phase that I like was like, fuck this shit, and then became the biggest fuckboy, yeah, sociopath asshole, and like was like, oh shit, I get way more girls, and now I like graduated to like more mature phase of my life.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking like, man, it must be tough out there for the guys who stay the nice guys.
I don't know. I don't really think it has anything to do with you being nice. I mean, also I've seen other girls talk about like how they don't like nice guys, that they like the dudes with the edge to them. But I think, not calling you ugly, but I think just the nice guys are just typically also sometimes the least attractive. So, like I said, not you, but...
Well, obviously.
Yeah, no, obviously. So I feel like a lot of the nice guys are just on the lower spectrum in looks.
I disagree.
So I feel like, really?
I know a lot of fuckboys that are ugly motherfuckers. But
that doesn't make sense to me. Like, how are you ugly and a fuckboy? Like, pick a struggle. Like, it makes no sense.
Because they know the attitude of what girls like.
Oh, yeah.
The reality is, the only thing about nice guys, it's like, most nice guys, they're not really nice, they're scared. Right? They're like scared to say something that might disagree with you because you might get upset and not like them. They're scared to set appropriate boundaries in their relationships. Sometimes they're scared to make a move. So they just kind of like sit in the friend zone and hope, one day Noor will realize that the asshole she's with isn't for her, and she'll have a couple glasses of wine and realize I'm her true love, like a Taylor Swift song, and everything will be great. When in reality, they're just scared to make a move.
That is, dang. Now I'm just thinking about all the dudes that I might have friend zoned or like considered the nice guy in friend zoned. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm hoping that all my guy friends are not waiting for me.
They might be waiting in the wing. We call them orbiters. Do you
Orbiters?
know orbiters? Have you heard that?
No.
So you know how like the Earth like orbits around the sun?
Of course.
They're like orbiting, just waiting for their shot. Just
oh my
waiting.
gosh. I do have a friend I have a close guy friend right now who my boyfriend now kind of thinks is kind of just waiting in the back end right now, but also, I don't know, I feel like every girl says this, like, no, babe, like, he's just a really good friend, like, we've just been friends for a long time. So now I'm just kind of like second guessing myself, like, is he just waiting along on the sidelines for old dude to mess up, or is he actually just a good friend of mine? But it's also hard to tell when, like, you're pretty. But I've also now, yeah, so.
No, I never understood this until the first, like, very attractive girl I dated. And I remember before that, it always seemed hot girl in LA, you get free drinks, free dinners, trip to Tulum, more opportunities. Yeah. And then I dated her and saw her life and realized, like, with every opportunity, for one thing, comes these invisible strings attached, right? And then also it's very difficult to know who you can trust, what girls fuck with you and what girls are secretly jealous behind your back. Yeah. What guys really fuck with you and what guys just want to fuck you. Yeah. And if they ever make a move and you reject them, they're going to get angry and butthurt and talk shit behind your back.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, been there, done that. Yeah.
So it's like harder than people think.
No, it really is. Dating here is dating here is messy. Making friends here is messy. Yeah, no. People here are sketchy.
Yeah, it's actually funny. So one girl I dated, I was dating for a couple weeks, and my guy friends were like, oh, who's this girl, whatever. Yeah. So I pull up her Instagram, show one of my guy friends. He's like, dude, I know this girl. He's like, fuck this girl. She's super rude. Yeah. And I was so confused because I'm like, this girl's like the biggest sweetheart. Like, she's like the opposite of rude. And I didn't understand it until one night. It was her friend's birthday. We end up at fucking like Warwick or some shit.
Yeah, of course.
And I see a guy come and try to hit on her. And she very like aggressively rejects him on like, thanks, like back turn. Like very, not like, let me have this conversation. But it's like, okay, do you want her to fucking lead him on for 30 minutes?
Literally.
Be stuck in a boring ass fucking nice guy, boring conversation. Yeah. Just to reject him at the end and now he gets mad? Like what do you want to happen?
No, exactly. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I mean, you have to just end it there. It's like, do you know how many minutes of our lives will be lost if we talk to every dude?
It'd be crazy.
No, literally. You have to be rude sometimes. So yeah, he probably just got a little butthurt.
Probably.
Oh, poor boo-boo.
It's tough out there.
It is tough out here.
it's a cold world.
It's a cold world out here in LA.
You gotta figure that shit out.
You do, and quick. Yeah. Because you're either gonna get fucked or like, or get fucked
like
with.
Either you gotta like get rich or be lonely. Like pick your lane, you know. Or just get the Riz.
Yeah. Oh god, the Riz. Oh, the Riz.
What's your biggest icks? You seem to have a funny list.
Oh my gosh. Of course, now that you ask me, I can't think of any.
I had a girl once tell me, she's like dating some guy and she's like, yeah, I got the ick because like one time like the waiter was walking past and he's like, oh, excuse me, like to get another drink. And the waiter just like walked past him because it probably like didn't hear him. Oh. She's like, it was like the biggest turn off.
Oh my God, because he got ignored.
Yeah. So now I'm like fucking paranoid. Every time like I'm at a restaurant, I'm like saying it super fucking loud, like, hey, because I'm like, what if he just ignores me? My girl's like, this fucking loser.
He can't even get the waiter's attention.
Like at this way, like, what? I feel like I'm gonna get mugged, and he's gonna be like, give me the money. I'm like, okay, please, no. She's like, oh, I got the ick.
He got mugged. He didn't even defend himself.
He had a gun to his head. He just fucking gave him the wallet for nothing.
No, literally, that's so accurate. Dang it, I can't think of any icks right now.
I've heard some funny ones out there.
That is funny. Crazy. I mean, I've definitely seen the one where it's like, yeah, if a guy pulls up and tries to rob my man and he doesn't fight back, like that gives me the ick. Or...
Have you seen the turn signal one? Like if a guy uses a turn signal.
No way. I actually like hate it when guys don't use the turn signal.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
I'm like, are you gonna turn the signal on? Like, and they're like, yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
So let me ask you this. So you have. It seems like pretty high standards in terms of what you look for in a guy, which I think is good.
Yeah, of course.
So what do you bring to the table to like match those standards?
Bruh, why do guys ask this question?
Because it's a fair question.
In the sense of what? I mean, I'm very supportive. I'm loving. Like, I love to cook, and I mean, I'm active. I don't know. What else does a girl need to bring? I don't know. That sounds bad. I'm just saying, like, I'm funny. I'm supportive. I'm athletic. I'm attractive. Goal-oriented.
I think that's a solid list.
I feel like that's a good solid list.
Do you work out?
Yeah, I used to be fat.
No way.
Yeah, I used to be. I
That's
used
why
to roll
funny.
around that exactly. That's why I was
You
funny.
have to be, yeah.
No, I have to be.
No, that's why I'm funny, because I used to be a fucking loser in high school.
I got fat in college. Like, I lost like 60 pounds or something like that. And
nice.
I know. And I didn't even realize I was that big, but I was literally rolling around the streets. And like now I'm very skinny, well, thankfully, and like healthy. But yeah, so that definitely built a lot of my personality, just because I didn't even realize that though. Like, you know, I didn't realize that I was working more on my personality, like working harder on my personality, because I was less attractive because of my weight. I was always pretty, but you know how it is when you're like a loser or you're bigger, like people just don't give you the same attention or yeah.
I find myself way more picky in terms of intelligence in the last few years with girls, whereas before, you're super hot, okay, dope,
I'll be with the dits,
and now it's got to the point, and I'm not talking intelligence like you went to college,
of
or
course
you read books or something, like intelligence, like social intelligence and curiosity, and you want to talk about psychology and interesting things. I just don't remember what I talked about back, like when I would just date like dumb girls and just like, what did I do for 4 hours while I was waiting to try to fucking get laid? Like, like, what did we talk about? I don't even remember.
I literally just thought about this the other day because I was dating this one dude and I was like, why did I like him? Like, I was like, what did we talk about? He was smart in the sense of like, he was an engineer, but he was just so dumb. Like, he would talk about like, this is a 33-year-old, like, he would pretend like he was still in the NBA, or I don't know.
Pretend he was?
Like, he would play like those old people basketball thing and just take it really seriously and just talk about the dumbest stuff. I don't know. And he was like, I still have a chance. I'm like, no, you don't, bro. Your knees hurt.
Oh, he was serious.
Like, yeah,
like
but
he was going to the league.
But he wasn't in any league. He was like at the YMCA playing with like the 30 plus.
Just never let the dream die.
Never.
Nor you might have killed his dream. He might still would have been working on his childhood dream.
I hope he's not listening to this. It's okay, he's back in India, you know.
That's hilarious.
Oh God, this is gonna be bad.
I dated a girl one time where it was the last 19-year-old I dated. And what'd you look at me like
what do you mean last 19-year-old? Like,
I used to date very young.
oh, okay.
Not that I'm opposed.
Wait, how old are you?
What do you think?
Like 40? No, I'm just kidding. Like, I could see like, well, the beard's throwing me off. And the hat. Are you like 30?
32.
Oh, bet. Nice. Yeah.
So I still got a lot of years ahead of me.
Yeah, no, you're still a baby. I'm just a baby.
Okay, watch yourself.
Not you. I'm just saying that meme. I've been saying that nonstop.
Oh, I've never seen that meme.
Oh, I think it's a meme. I don't know what it is.
So now typically I date, 24 range is about my kind of wheelhouse.
You should, just because the younger, the dumber they are. And is
self-aware. But there's definitely a range. There's some smart young and some older that are definitely dumb.
I mean, when I was 19 and 20, I was still very mature, and I like was definitely like the better than most of the girls around my age. But still, like, as I get older, I'm like, damn, I was an idiot, or I actually didn't know everything that I thought I knew. So I don't know. I feel like girls they are a lot more mature than guys, especially like around that age. But I don't know, 5 years from now, like, girls just change so much. I don't know.
Girl, it's crazy to me how, like, well, let me ask you this. Do you find it easy or difficult to make female friends in LA?
Yes. Oh, I mean.
Yes, easy or yes, difficult? What do you mean, yes?
It's like,
is your favorite color blue or red? Yes.
It's like 50-50. I don't know. No, a lot of these girls here are flaky. A lot of people here are flaky.
You said you're flaky.
I didn't say I was flaky. I said I was flaky.
I thought you did.
No, definitely. No, I'm not flaky.
You're like, I'm toxic.
No, I'm not toxic either. Okay. No, I mean, I'm new to LA, so it's like I wanted friends, but like I remember I was on Bumble Friends, and this girl was like,
I can't believe girls meet friends on Bumble. It's so crazy.
I met some of my best friends on there.
That's
honestly,
insane.
It's lit.
That's crazy.
This girl was like, I'm available in 2 months. I can put you on my schedule on this Wednesday.
I can pencil you in. Have my
Literally,
secretary.
I was like, suck my dick. Are you serious? And then a lot of girls like they act like they like you, but they're like just super jealous or superficial. So I've definitely had a hard time trusting people. That's what it is. I feel like once you find someone you can trust, oh, well, that still is the same point. Because if you trust someone, then they're your friend. If you can't trust someone, they're not your friend.
Yeah. It's interesting. So like my guy friends, I've had the same group of 7 dudes for like the last since I've been to LA pretty much.
Uh-huh.
And like with girls, so often I'll meet a girl and like, oh, who's your best friend? Oh, my friend Tori, we met 2 weeks ago at the club. Yeah. And I'm like, what happened to all of the people you met in the last 8 years of your life? Like, what happened to these other just on the side of the road, just fucking discarded? Like, why do you have no friends?
Well, that means that they're a walking red flag. I don't know. Girls typically, I know a lot of girls are not confrontational. They're jealous. And that's the issue. A lot of girls are jealous. Like, they don't understand that you can also be pretty and someone else can be pretty. You can be successful and someone else can be successful. So that's a lot of issue with, I've noticed with the LA girlies here. Like, it's okay. We can both be pretty. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a competition. Like, don't you want to be with bad bitches? Like, don't you want your friend group to be attractive, successful? Because it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I think too, and maybe this is a hot take. It comes from the fact, I think a lot of it comes from dating actually. Because if you're a girl and you're hot and then your 2 friends are hot, they are almost like direct competition for like a guy that maybe 2 of you like. Whereas with guys, there's definitely competition too, right? If I have a friend who's rich or if I have a friend who's really funny, blah, 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 it's competition. But as guys, we need each other. Yeah. Like you need your friend to talk to their friend. Yeah. And you need like my friend group is like, okay, one of us is like really good at networking, gets us into any party. One of them's like really funny. We bring new people in the group. He makes everybody. I'm kind of like the de facto leader of people come to me with their drama. Zach, what's the plan for tonight? Like we all have our thing, but we need each other.
Yeah, no. It's so weird. I don't know. I guess, well, there's supposed to be girl code. Like if you like a guy, then the other girl should just stay out the way. I don't know.
What if 2 of you like a guy? That's when the problem happens.
I'm trying to think. It's oh my God. I haven't had these like situations since like high school and college. I mean, I remember I had this, like one of my girlfriends who's no longer my girlfriend she was just super jealous. Like she just couldn't accept the fact that like one dude that she was messing around with he was like, yeah, Noor, she's like bad as fuck. And she's like, ugh, like, she just didn't like the fact that he thought I was attractive. But as a girl's girl, I would never go after like the man that you want. I guess I don't know, call it dibs, but I don't call dibs, but I feel like girls do call dibs. But that's also like a high school thing.
Yeah, but I do think that everything that was true in high school is still kind of true for most people today. Here in LA, yeah. Let me give you an example. So I never for the longest time understood why girls care about clout. Like I understand guys. If you're guys, like you're a loser, then you get clout, then girls like you. You get to have sex with girls. Sex feels good. It's like a linear relationship. I'm lonely. I get to have sex. Okay, great, right? Yeah. But for girls, it's like, all right, you start here, you get clout, and now you just have clout. Yeah. Like, what are you doing with it? Like, guys don't give a fuck. They just want you to be hot. Yeah, literally. Like girls say, oh, networking. You're not networking. You're going to Drake's party. You're not even in the music industry. Like, the fuck are you talking about networking? No, you want the clout because just like in high school, you want to say, I'm the cool kid. You're the loser. Nana, nana, boo, boo. Stick your head in doo-doo. Oh, literally. That's what it is. No, especially moving here. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's like high school all over again. Mm-hmm. I remember actually, yeah. It's crazy. I had one of my exes, I would consistently see her leave a party with her actual real friends, having a blast, having the time of her life, because some promoter texted her, G-Eazy's gonna be at this party. Yeah. Soulja Boy. I'm like, Soulja Boy hasn't been relevant since like 2010.
I know, but they love name dropping. You know? Yeah.
And half the time the promoter's lying. I know. To get her to come, and it's not even anybody there.
I do remember that. I remember like one of my first promoter parties or dinner, they're like, oh, the cast from Vanderpump is going to be there. And it ended up being, I think, Peter, which is fine, like cool to Peter. But I was like, everyone was like, who's Peter? Sorry, Peter, no offense.
I don't know Vanderpump.
Oh, okay. It's just
I only
some
watch
reality
good
TV
shows,
show.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
What was your, I want to dig into the toxic relationship.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Because that's the fun one.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, okay, so how did you guys meet, the toxic one?
He was my friend's roommate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Hinge or something. But...
No. I've been on Hinge and Tinder, but I've never like dated actually. Anyway, that's never been successful.
You find your female friends on Tinder.
Yep. Yep.
And what attracted you to him originally?
I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't really talk. I feel like I shouldn't talk about this while I have a boyfriend now.
I see. Okay.
You know?
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I was definitely blinded. Like, none of that shit mattered because he ended up being like a terrible person. So it was just like I was blinded by looks. But it's funny, like looking back, like after the relationship ended, I'm like, wait, you're actually not even that attractive. Like, love can be blinding. So
here's the one thing I want to know. So when I was in my fuckboy phase,
yeah,
I was always a very honest fuckboy. I would tell girls, I don't want a relationship. I don't want anything exclusive. And it's like they would never believe me. So like when girls date a fuckboy, do they kind of know that he's a fuckboy, but they're just excited by it?
Oh,
or is it
absolutely.
like they're being tricked and they're like, oh, I never knew?
No, I have a girl who loves being treated. Like one of my girlfriends, she's not a good friend, but one of my new girlfriends here in LA, she loves being like treated by shit by her, like the guy friend. She's like, oh, he ignored me. He's out with another girl. Oh, but he texted me. Like, I'm back in. So it's like, I definitely see girls who like that. It's just so weird to me. It's like, he just called you a bitch. Why do you like that? It's like, I don't know. It's just hot. And it's just so weird.
I see it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more normal here. It's just, I don't know. I think because I came from the Midwest and I'm still in LA. Like I call my fresh meat. So I feel like
fresh meat.
Yeah, I mean everyone called me fresh meat when I moved here.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I'm so definitely the dating scene here is a lot different. Yeah, girls like they like that stuff, and I'm like that's wild. Yeah.
It was interesting when I worked in nightlife. I worked as a promoter for like 5 months.
Oh my God. Only 5 months?
I hated it, honestly.
Really?
Because it's not as fun as it looks. Like,
it doesn't look fun.
Like you definitely get laid a lot and all that kind of stuff. But like you're also like staying up till 2 a.m, 3 a.m, 4 a.m. Half the time you're just making sure people can get in and oh, I'm stuck outside. Yeah. And then you come down, it's like, oh, well, you brought your fat friend. Like I told you not to. Like
damn.
Is that
why they always ask for your Instagram handles?
But you have to realize it's not the promoter's fault.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules. I don't choose who gets in. It's the door guy. Damn. And so if you bring your fat friend and then they don't get let in and now she feels sad and fucking cries on the Uber ride home and now it's surge mode, so it's even more expensive. It's like, that's on you. That's not on me. I told you what the deal is. Like, I don't make the rules. It is what it is.
That is so mean. Not on you, but it's so mean. I mean, what do you do if your friend is, like, bigger in that sense? Like,
you go to the Abbey or some shit. That's what you do. You don't go to a fucking exclusive club in West Hollywood.
Oh, my God. That's so fucked up. But I know, I mean it. It's true. I've seen, yeah. I always see, like, yeah, definitely see I do see girls get denied. And I always feel so bad. It's so superficial though, because it's like you already have like 99% like whatever type of girls you want. Why not let
a couple friends in?
Couple friends in.
But to be fair, like
some dudes like big girls.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know if LA dudes though. Do they like big girls?
Some do, yeah. I mean, it's defined big, but like definitely curvier than I would prefer in terms of my taste. Okay. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Although I do like very fit girls.
Yeah.
My dad was a gym teacher, so.
Oh, nice.
It's like in my blood. I can't do
gym teacher. They're usually not fit, but okay.
That is ironic. That's actually the moment I stopped believing in school. My dad is actually very fit. But
okay.
I had plenty of gym teachers that are like, I don't believe in the school system.
Yeah,
anymore.
It's like you should be running these labs, not me.
Literally, yeah. It's like kind of crazy.
Okay, so you're into fit girls.
For sure. Yeah. Intelligence is important.
It has to be.
I usually end up dating Latina girls and Asian girls. But it's not because they're Latina and Asian. They typically have a personality that I like more. And it's very like more traditional, more family oriented, more sweet and cute and caring. And this one white girl I dated, we'd already hooked up multiple times, all this shit, right?
Yeah.
And I drive her home and I like go to like get her like a kiss goodnight, and she like turns the cheek on me. And I was like, "Oh, you like mad at me or something?" She's like, "No, don't just think you can just kiss me whenever you want."
After you just got done piping her?
And I was like, "Bitch, yes, literally." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not trying to like, this isn't a power move.
Yeah.
I was just literally giving you a kiss goodnight, like chill out, you know?"
Yeah, no, she's tripping.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh my God, I was gonna say something, but what were you talking about?
Asian girls and Latina girls.
Oh my God, I don't know why, but I always get like the ick when white guys say they like Asian girls, because I feel like I read this thing. Not damn, I'm coming at you now, but I'm
Come
not.
at me. Bring it on. Let's fucking go.
It's like not I heard it's like what's that word?
Fetish?
A fetish. There, see, you know what I'm talking about.
I've been accused of that. Oh, you like exotic girls? What do you mean?
Ew, I hate when people call me exotic. Like, I'm not a fucking leopard. Stop calling me exotic. Like, that's so funny. Yeah, so when a guy says, I was like, yeah, I like, especially a white guy, he's like, yeah, I like Asian chicks. I'm like, I bet you do. And
I just like...
But you make sense. You said family oriented. Like, you're from Wisconsin. So.
Also, like, you don't control who you like.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
If I look at a girl that I'm not into, like, my dick just doesn't get hard.
Yeah.
I can't be like, full mast, go, like, the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. I mean, same thing with girls, too, to an extent. I don't know. I mean, every girl's like, oh, what's your type? Tall, dark, and handsome. Yeah. But, like, guys will be like, oh, I like Latinas. I like white girls. Blah, blah, blah.
Also, I do think that the nice part about being a guy is like there's different like archetypes you can fit in that certain girls like. So like maybe you're ugly, but you can like fucking hit the gym, get buff, get some tattoos. Now you're the bad boy.
Yeah.
And you're not ugly, you're the bad boy. You get a leather jacket, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you're just like not that personality, but you can be like the Ryan Reynolds, like charming.
Yeah.
Kind of like the guy you want to bring home to mom and dad, but in a charming way, right?
Yeah.
Or you could be like the musician guy, the artist, and you're just creative, and you're kind of ugly, but like you have like these glasses and like cool hair and like shit like that.
I mean, what were they talking about? They're like, oh my gosh, I cannot think about it. They were talking about some artists. They're like, if maybe A$AP Rocky, or is that his name? A$AP Rocky? Yeah. It's like, if he didn't make music, is he actually still attractive? Blah, blah, blah.
Interesting.
What did Lil Wayne say? Like, I'm with money, I'm 6'7" or something like that? Or was that not Lil Wayne?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
But like, I mean, it is kind of true. And also just as a guy, like you can just like have status and it doesn't matter.
Literally.
Status beats money, looks, connection, anything.
Literally, I was at a party for New Year's, and everyone was going crazy about some dude called Young Gravy. I've never heard of him either. And his name's Young Gravy, which is kind of funny. And I was just like, he was the most mid guy ever, but because he had the clout, like girls were all over him, like just begging. It's just crazy. It's like you could, if you have some sort of like, what is it called? Like some sort of clout, you can get anyone you want. It's crazy.
There's like, it's crazy to me too. Like there was a girl one time we're just talking and she's like bragging about how she like hooked up with Chris Brown. Right?
Oh my God.
And it was a weird thing because I'm like, it's like a weird flex. Cause number one, Chris Brown probably fucks 100 girls a day and discards them all. And he's not falling in love with you.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
It's not like you just have to be like relatively, you don't even have to be like that attractive. You don't have to be like supermodel. You have to be like relatively attractive. He'll fuck you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this doesn't make you look good for guys because guys are like, you're
just passed around.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really make you look good for girls either because girls kind of are like, it's kind of like low class. You're like bragging about hooking up with some celebrity.
Well, I've seen girls will be like, oh my God, you slept with Chris Brown. I've seen that.
So maybe that's what she's going for.
It's like, for sure. Because like I don't know why as a woman, like especially like why are you telling a guy? Now he's just gonna think like, okay, bet I can just pipe you too.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, which is fine, but no, I definitely see girls doing that with their girls just because they're like, look at me, I fucked Chris Brown, you didn't. But it's like you said, he probably pipes 100 girls a day. And next, like, you're irrelevant.
It's like a weird kind of clout. It's like a weird flex.
Yeah. It's like, does Chris Brown even know your name?
Yeah.
No.
Like, he's not in love with you.
No.
You know, he's not like, if you dated Chris Brown and for a long time, like, I'd be like, okay, that's actually impressive. Like, you must have a lot going for you. You must be really fucking hot and, like, have all these things.
Yeah.
But,
oh, but you just got passed around. Well, you just got, like, no.
Yeah. But maybe they're like, oh, I'm going to make him fall in love. Or
every girl does think that. Yeah. They do. They're like, oh, I'm different. He's going to fall in love with me. Like,
how many times have you been in love?
In love?
Yeah.
Like,
or never. Do you not believe in love?
No, I believe in love. I love love.
Why'd you say it like?
Well, because it's like
in love.
Like, I love love. I'm just trying to think, like, was I in love in my last relationship, or was I just being emotionally abused and emotionally attached? Bonded. Yeah, trauma bonded. You know what I'm saying? Like, was I in love, or was it just trauma bonding? So I'm gonna go based off of my past unhealthy relationships. No, but with my relationship now. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you heard the 3 loves theory?
No. What is that?
Supposedly, your first love is like puppy love. You don't know what you're doing. It's just the first guy that wins your heart over.
Yep. High school.
And then your second love is the toxic love.
Yes.
And that's like fun and engaging and off and on, and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just like racking your brain.
Yeah.
And then the third love is like your soulmate.
Yeah.
You know, like mature love and
yeah.
all that kind of
thing. Well, I'm on the 4th one, so hopefully.
I already had my 3, so I'm like, do I have to go through all 3 again?
I know, like, I cannot do this again. I was like literally just telling my boyfriend, I was like, bruh, I cannot do this the talking stage again. The whole getting to know each other thing again. I don't have time for it.
Yeah, but it's exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
Getting these free dinners and having to talk to these losers.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to talk to some of these dudes.
I agree.
Like, they're lame sometimes. I mean,
like, and I do think it's the guy's responsibility. Like, every date I go on is super fucking fun, but it's because, like, I'm bringing the fun.
And that's how I feel.
But you seem pretty fun, actually.
No, like, I
legitimately in your own special way.
Yeah, no, like, I love talking. I love having a good time. I just hate that I have to keep forcing the conversation. It's like, that's why I like a funny guy, which is why I love my boyfriend. It's like, I can actually listen to him. That was my problem. I used to not be able to listen to people. It's because they're boring, or everything they say is just, like, useless to me. I don't know. It's just like, oh my God, I'm not interested. I also have ADHD, so maybe that's what it is.
Probably. Maybe you're the problem here.
I am. Am I the problem? Okay, so this is therapy now.
So what is your biggest trauma? All right, we are about out of time. I got a couple rapid fire questions for you.
Lit.
Favorite food?
Tacos. I'm a slut for tacos.
You know what the best tacos are?
Where?
Either really expensive or really cheap.
Oh, like
street tacos.
I love street tacos.
I fucking love
Listen, I don't care. I will get food
great.
poisoning. $2 tacos, I'm in that.
It has to be like a dad and his son. They've been doing it for 40 years.
Yeah,
and just crushing.
Yeah, absolutely. I love my taco truck.
Favorite candy?
Oh, the peanut M&Ms.
Ooh, that is a good choice.
I don't know why. I'm just
that
addicted to those. I used to like, what are they called? Kit Kats. But now they just don't hit the same.
I like Reese's in general.
Reese's? I'm not a peanut butter person. But I like peanuts in my M&Ms. So I don't know. Make it make sense.
Favorite first date spot or activity?
I'm a foodie, so I love to eat. Like, hence why I used to be fat. I don't know, just like it doesn't even have to be like a bougie restaurant. It could be in like a restaurant. I don't know. Where did I go for my first date? Yeah, I don't really like doing the whole drinks thing. Like, I get it, it's nice, but I don't like drinking. It's not my thing. So
I see.
Food, definitely. A restaurant. We can also go like hiking, but I'm not trying to get kidnapped either. So
I think first date is tough for hiking.
Yeah.
It's like that's how you end up on one of those shows.
No, literally.
Like, last 48. We have not seen Noor in 48 hours. They got the map of your like path.
I know. Oh, that's funny.
What's the next travel destination you want to go to?
Man, I just got to LA. I have no idea. I've never been to like Vegas. I've never been to Florida. Like, I've been in other places around the country.
Have you been out of the country?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Vegas? That's so
I
white girl of you.
know.
It's like basic white bitch.
I know. I mean, he's in Florida. Like, how am I from the
Miami.
Midwest and how have I not been
don't
to
know.
like everyone has a summer
we need
home.
to work on this, Noor. We need to work on this.
We will. I don't know. Just somewhere out the country, far away from this country. Like, I don't know, like Greece, Cyprus. I don't know. I've always wanted Cyprus. It's like a little mini island in like I think like the Middle East, Mediterranean.
Yeah,
which is really
Cyprus
pretty.
sounds pretty sick.
Sounds bougie.
All right. Well, this has been fun. Any shout outs you want to give? Instagram, TikTok, anything like that?
Like for me?
Yep. Where
No.
can people?
But you can follow me on Instagram. Hi, I'm Noor. That's it.
Hi, I'm Noor.
Yeah, it's literally H-I, yeah.
All right. Well, this has been fun. We'll have to do round 2 sometime.
Yay! Hope so. It was fun.
Thanks for watching.